Now on Bikkurim. First, I wish to tell you that I put a link to the Babylonian Talmud, the English translation, Sanhedrin version. Uh, it is widely accepted both by the Jews and the anti-Semitic parties, and everyone in the middle seems to be fine with it, so I suggest to use that. It is heavily footnoted, so you will understand the special terms even in it. Now, seems, it is a fact that it very much needed uh, refreshing in language, the Talmud, because the Hebrew version, the original version, was compiled some 1,500 years ago, and let's face it, when I read the Bible, it took me a hell of a lot of time to understand that, although that is only 500 years old, and it is on not in English but on my mother language. So you see, trying to go with the original Talmud is nonsense. Even the rabbis, I asked them, don't even get it, what is in there most of the times. That is mainly because of the difficulty with the Hebrew language, like what word means what type of reading is needed, and what is a name, what is a word, and that kind of things. And we have to mention that the original Hebrew Talmud has actually three languages in it, at least. Hebrew, Aramaic, and ancient Greek. So, fuck that. We will work. You should go. You should be fine with the English translation, with the Sanhedrin press. What very honest to tell where the Talmud was censored at the time, and that is a big thing from that they don't use the word goy, where the original text has goy or goyim, that's the plural version. They use heathen. That is to avoid that the Jews could lie about it, because they say, oh, but in Exodus Goy meant only nation. So that's a lie, an obvious lie, what is even confirmed in the glossary of the Sanhedrin Talmud, that in the Talmudic sense, in the what is even the current sense of the word of Goy, Goy means heathen, the non-Jews, because heathen would mean another member of another religion, although it also contains in it the atheist, agnostic groups. Now, on to Bikkurim itself. It was again a fine choice because it has a mention that the Jewish heritage is inherited in the mothership, through the mothership, and otherwise it shows it lets you look in what is the main topics of the Talmud, because it seems the main topic of the topics of the Talmud, when you just read the tractate's translated name, is a hell of a lot of rituals and that kind of boring things. What requires a temple, but the temple doesn't exist since 2,000 years, and back then there was another temple, and between them there was a period. So Bikkurim is a one useless trash heap. Well, fat chance that there will be another Jewish temple in Jerusalem, according to the current situation, if you ask me. Now, moving on, it doesn't have too much interesting thing apart from this. Who can do the ritual? What is the ritual? Why that is the ritual, why those are the, so it tells the law, the origin of the law, it tries to answer all possible questions connected to the law, arised along the law. But one or two things are interesting in Bikkurim, like, Jews like to say that, oh, we were so much, could live so much more longer because we had so much hygiene techniques like separating the six, what isn't that highly developed technique, but whatever, and washed our hands, what Jesus criticized. Well, here it is mentioned that not always they have to wash their hands, so that is a misconception that the Jews always washed hands. Now, another interesting law is in the second chapter, where what mentions robbers. Yes, people whose profession is robbers, who are thieves with clubs. They are determined how to serve this Bikkurim. Very interesting that the priesthood doesn't have a problem with this illegal activity. If you ask me, that's not a very hard thing in this. I would say if anything good I would find here, but well, actually there isn't. Yeah, one more thing that would be interesting, as in the glossary there is that anecdote that one of the rabbis says a heathen will be converted because of that, that don't do anything to anyone what you don't want to them do with you. Now, one of these things seems to be what you don't mind if happens with you, because it was the meaning of the Torah, the Talmud, not the Torah, the Talmud, according to that rabbi. So one thing here is mentioned is slavery. You want to be a slave? No? Then don't give a crap to that anecdote, especially if you know the first part of the anecdote, where the first rabbi beats the shit out of the heathen when he asked that question from him. Now, the last chapter, the fourth chapter, there are only 4 chapters in Bikkurim, has nothing to do with the Bikkurim itself, but contains the same logic and applies in another matter, the hermaphrodites. Who are the hermaphrodites? Well, according to the Christians or Jews and or the Bible itself, God created humans to men and women. Well, actually, he created Adam and Adam according to the Bible's text itself, but whatever. So there was, but what to do with hermaphrodites? Because according to the Talmud, they are, in a sense, neither man nor woman. The last interesting thing is, well, the last but one is that women cannot be witnesses. But the last one is an interesting thing, that, there can be men, women, and hermaphrodites. What is both? Neither cannot be, well, technically they, well, move on then from that. But there is that phrase that the person whose sex is in doubt. I don't have a clue what they meant by that. So if you know, please answer in the comment section. Bye.